Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we are here with the start of My Team Career Mode Season 3, and there are plenty of things to do in today's video. Of course, we've got the contract renewals coming up soon, a load of R&D to get done, and then of course looking at the livery for next season, driver transfers, lots of things to get done. But first I'm going to start off this video with a big change for the new season. And I'm sure you all know by now that my quali videos and my race videos, they are both separate videos, 1 hour long. And I plan to make a change to that. So for season 3, this season, we are going to make it shorter. I understand it's a bit too much, so we're going to make it all into one under 1 hour video. And you'll be able to see that, of course, with the season opener in Bahrain, which is of course a little bit off. But in today's video, this video of course is going to be a bit shorter than the pre-season video we had in season 2. Basically, we're just going to make the video shorter and easier for you guys to watch. And we are going to begin with a bit of R&D today. A little bit of an option there. I think we'll actually go with the agree there, rather pay to increase aerodynamics morale, something that we're trying to push on at the moment. We've got some activities going. Got some R&D we could spend, but not really enough at the moment. In terms of money, we are saving up for a teammate for next season, either Norris or Leclerc. About 15 million for those two, and we have 20 million in the bank, so we are saving up for those two. And I don't think they're going to need too much more than Spec 2 in all the departments. So we don't really need to worry about getting any more upgrades in, and the fuel efficiency has come through. We've got some more R&D, and just so you know, that the driver suit that Sonoda's is in a bit weird, I know. Bit of a glitch. We'll get that sorted. But as I'm sure you can see, we do have a good amount of R&D. We've got an upgrade in the powertrain department. We could go for the ECU upgrade or the major in fuel efficiency, but I think we're just going to leave it. And now we're going to move on to contract renewals. Seb Vettel, of course, has now retired from Formula 1. That could start to trigger quite a chain effect, and we are going to get in there early for a new teammate. And the man who I am planning to go for is Charles Leclerc. We tried him first last season, couldn't get him. Let's see if he is going to accept us this season. Gosh, this is a little bit going to be a little bit nerve-wracking, I've got to say. Come on, Charles, don't reject. Does he? Yes, come on. Right, yes, he's happy with the aero marketing team acclaim, and we have enough cash from. We wanted Spec 2 in both aero marketing. We had Spec 3 in aero. Anyway, now of course the driver auction against Ferrari. I'm sure they want to keep him. Let's see, Ferrari, 10.15 million. We are going to go big to begin with. We certainly want him on the team. Not afraid to pay a little bit more. And we're going to go for a small bid. Let's see. Will Ferrari respond? Under consideration. Finalising deal. Wow, that was very quick. He's at the team. A 90 rated Charles Leclerc. I'm sure we'll be able to improve that. But look at that. We have won him. We have won Charles Leclerc. 5 mil buyout at the moment, rated on 10.65 million salary. Well, certainly couldn't have hoped for anything better. Charles Leclerc is my teammate for season 3. And now we've got a little press conference with Will Buxton. We'll get through that. Shouldn't be too taxing to talk to Will for a minute or two. What have you got to say? This is always when you got the press conference, just contradict himself. Again and again. Did we get a surprise cash injection? Wow. Very interesting. Didn't know we did. Anyway, we'll just answer with something. Charles Leclerc. Grueling routine. Sorry, he's been here for 2 days. That's just ridiculous. He's fine.
We've heard rumors that your engineers and teammates
difference of opinion. Difference of opinion. It's always good to argue, though, isn't it? Good to have different opinions. As I'm talking over Will Buxton. But,
a recent survey found that your
highest employee satisfaction. Lovely.
Employee satisfaction of all
absolutely lovely.
F1 teams. That's quite the accolade.
Take
your
pride
opinion,
in the
what
welfare
makes you the
of our
best
staff.
team to work for in Formula One?
Get a move on with speaking, Will.
Sources inside your team have described
Pressure
the
cooker.
environment as a pressure cooker.
How can we have the
Growing
highest
concerns
employee
about how much
satisfaction
pressure your staff are under
and have a
against
pressure cooker?
deadlines.
Growing
Care to comment?
concerns on how much pressure. What a load of rubbish.
It's been wonderful to spend some time with you. Best of luck out on track.
Well, I hope I don't have to talk to you again until Spa, because that's when you usually end up talking to me. But a personnel department event, and of course it's Charles, so we're going to go. I think we'll pay a little bit more, get that racecraft up. We need to get the boost on him for season 3, and we want a good result in Bahrain now. The end of season 2. Looking at season 3, calendar will remain the same. Round number 1 will remain as Bahrain, followed by Imola, Spain, and then, of course, France, Austria, Britain, Hungary, Belgium, and then to round out the season, Mexico and Saudi Arabia. Worked so well last season, we're going to keep that the same this season too. In terms of sponsors, though, of course, you've got the long list of sponsors left to right. On the right-hand side, a couple of extra ones. If you head all the way to the left, you get really low signing bonuses, but you do get good weekly incomes. Then you go to the right, really good signing bonuses, and very similar weekly income sort of dips in the middle, but we don't need anything on the left-hand side. I think we're going to be focused on the right-hand side for that bigger goal bonus. And having a look at it, is between this new sponsor, is that seven even? Or even? Don't know how you pronounce that. Anyway, earn 300 Constructors Championship points. For that one, I don't think we're bothered about Suriname Moon, but DSB Optics, do we continue with them? I think we can do third, better than third, I think, this season in the Constructors. 300 Constructors, that's about 150, is 150 each. And you don't gain that much more, but at the same time, you are getting that higher weekly income, so I think we'll go with that over DSB Optics. Of course, we had DSB Optics last season. So I think it'd make more sense to go with this one. A bit of a challenge for the goal bonus and, of course, a higher weekly income. Season 3, that's what we are going to want. I think that's certainly the best decision that we can go for, and it'll be great to have a different sponsor. And of course, the next thing you've got to decide is the power unit. Honda, Mercedes, Renault and Ferrari. The 3 options. And Honda 90 performance, Mercedes 97 performance. Best engine to not that great. Renault and Ferrari equal on 100. We're going to continue with Ferrari. All of them 100 durability, so the tables have really flipped in the powertrain sort of order. Renault right up there at the top with Ferrari, but as you can see, officially in season 3, and we've got plenty of money to spend. 54 million, plenty of R&D, 1,419 too. In terms of upgrades, we can go for maybe an upgrade in the aero. Could be a bit awkward to find something we want to get an upgrade in. Of course, looking at that, I don't really want to go for a fuel efficiency upgrade. I quite like a major upgrade, but in terms of the departments, we can get Spec 3 powertrain. We'll get that R&D generation upgrade in. Of course, with our Ferrari engine, that's going to be looking good for next season. Oh my days, look at that durability department. Really testing the car. Very flexible, I've got to say. We're going to also go for the R&D upgrade there in the durability department. Don't need anything in marketing. Looking at aero and chassis, I think maybe aero is going to be a good one to go for. Maybe a build time upgrade. Do we go for that on chassis department? Probably aero, because we're going to have quite a few upgrades in aero to get in this season. So another upgrade there, starting to spend some of that money. Can't really do anything in the R&D just yet. So we're going to continue along. Marketing department event, acclaim or R&D. Do we lose R&D, gain acclaim, or gain? I think going to have to go with potentially gain R&D. I think we are. Now, of course, we do have enough R&D to be able to go for a decent upgrade. Do we? Oh, just a bit short on the ultimate drag reduction. We could have got that in before Imola. And also short on the undernose turning valves. Was that tuning valves? Diffuser strikes can't really go for them either. So in a bit of a sticky situation, because we're not going to really be able to get anything for Bahrain at this point. Still, the hydraulics a bit too expensive. Looks like we might have to go for potentially a powertrain upgrade, but I just want to hang on because we could be able to get potentially another ultimate upgrade in, but we are going to just go with that powertrain, get that in, and also we can get a minor energy store upgrade in the durability department too if we rush that before Bahrain. Bit risky, but we're going to go for that because we don't want to have a mechanical failure at all during the Bahrain GP weekend. And now we have reached the car reveal time to see what I have, of course, created. And I'm telling you, my opinion, it does look pretty beautiful. That is the creation. We have gone for a different livery design this season compared to the first two. As you can see, we've got the matte black, we've also got the silver running through it, and then the contrast of the dark blue into the light blue. You'll also see all the sponsors are in yellow. Gone for that as a bit of a sort of hint to the fact we did, of course, win the drivers' standings last season. Hopefully, we'll be able to maybe take the constructors with Charles this season too. But as you can see there, beautiful looking car in my opinion, looking absolutely fantastic for this season with the colours of the blue, silver, silvery white, the black, and then of course the yellow accent. That is what we have gone for on the livery. And then of course, clothing and the helmet looking pretty nice there. Got the white on there and the blues and the black. But the main thing, the driver suit, we've got the blue, the black, and the white, still the same breakthrough sort of design, and then of course the yellow sponsors, but that is looking really, really nice with our clothing, and Charles will be wearing that too for the upcoming season. Now then, a little more R&D to do. Durability department, do we want some resource points? I think I certainly do. What's the other option? Nothing. Okay, I think we'll definitely go for the R&D. Still seriously worried about that car getting thrown around in the durability department there. Those two upgrades still not in, but I do believe we've got the air upgrade in. In terms of other upgrades, we do have some more R&D in the bank. Nothing really we can go for at the moment. Driver training camp completed. More R&D now. 2,758. Love to see it. And I think we do want an upgrade in the downforce, the undernose turning vanes. Get that in before Miller. Hopefully that will work, and that's really going to push us along in the aero too, to be in a similar position to where we are in the chassis department. No interesting messages there. Now we can continue along. Oh, what a shame. Energy store's not in, and that could potentially raise some reliability concerns for Bahrain. Something we need to really push on this season is reliability. And also the powertrain. We're really far ahead in the aero and the chassis, so we just need to keep ticking those over. The main thing we've got to focus on is really sorting out this durability. Worst car for durability on the grid. And all the cars are very durable on the grid because of the engines, but it's a bit worrying. And there, the Bahrain Grand Prix is sat there nice and ready for the next video. But before we can do that, still plenty of time left in this video, and that is because we're going to be having a look at all the driver moves heading into the new season. Of course, we have got Charles Leclerc 99 rated. We have got a couple of those perk upgrades there for ourselves, but 70 experience, that's been boosted up to something decent. Should get us some good R&D, but importantly, 93 racecraft boosted to 100, of course with the +7, 90 awareness boosted by 10 to 100, and 92 pace boosted by 8 to 100, and 97 focus. He's going to be a real force this season. Hopefully he can get us some really good results, and really he's hopefully going to be fantastic. 99 rated, started out at 90 when we got him, and then boosting him up, he should be even stronger than likes of Hamilton and Verstappen. Hopefully he's going to bring us home some great results. But straight away, Alfa Romeo with the driver changes. They have got Yuki Tsunoda and Guan Yu Zhou heading into this season clearly not happy with the results they were getting from Raikkonen last season, who has retired. I can confirm that. Managed to get away with that under the radar. And then, of course, Giovinazzi. They've got Yuki, my teammate, and I'm a little bit worried about him. Only 81 rated, 84 racecraft, 81 awareness, 83 pace. It's not really that fantastic at the moment. I would have hoped for something a little bit more than that. Didn't really benefit that much from our last season. And yes, he's got great focus, but I think he's going to struggle to bring home the great results there. Didn't benefit that much from being at my team. And I don't think he's going to be that much of an improvement, if an improvement, over Antonio Giovinazzi, who I'm sure will have found a seat somewhere else. But very interesting there for Yuki. And I just don't really know how he's going to fare. Good focus, as I said, but the stats aren't that great. And still, very low experience, despite being in his third season in F1. Of course, then, he is going to be paired at Alfa Romeo by another rookie. It's a little bit of an interesting one. Guan Yuzhou joins the Alfa Romeo team. The Chinese driver, 71 rated. Certainly not really an improvement on either of the two previous drivers. Very interesting to bring him in, of course, racing in actual F1 this season. But 68 racecraft, 71 awareness, 76 pace, and 88 focus is decent, but the stats all under 80 with very low experiences, as you would expect. It's going to be a difficult season for him and Alfa Romeo. Two rookies at the team, and despite the good focus, I really don't think they're going to be able to bring the results. However, maybe a duo for the future. Moving on to AlphaTauri, Lance Stroll and Pierre Gasly remain there. Stroll 74 focus. If he can get that a little higher up, he is recovering. He will be able to take advantage of a fantastic 93 racecraft. That explains why he does so well in the race and managed to fight up into the top 10 to get points. A little bit lower on the awareness and pace, however, he should be really decent this season and continue on with some good form. Hopefully also be able to match his teammate with some good results, of course. Pierre Gasly, 90 rated. You'll love to see that. 94 racecraft. He's got 91 pace in there, 88 awareness, a bit lower on the experience, but with all those fantastic stats and a decent 79 focus, I'm sure that Gasly and that duo will be able to get some decent results this season. And potentially for Gasly, once again, as he always does, outperform that AlphaTauri, but they are going to struggle to beat the Alpine duo of Alonso and Ocon. They remain together, both of them. Great focus, of course. Esteban Ocon, 85 rated. Alonso, 91 rated. 99 experience, 92 racecraft, 89 awareness, and 90 pace for Alonso, plus the 95 focus. Really excited to see what he can manage this season. Similarly for Esteban Ocon, not quite got the experience as you'd expect, but 95 racecraft, 88 awareness, and 80 pace. A little bit lower on the pace. He could potentially struggle a bit in quali, but those two are going to be fantastically strong this season. Reservations, though, for Aston Martin. I've got to say, Matsushita has joined the team. Replacement for retiring Seb Vettel, but only 72 rated. 69 racecraft and 69 awareness. Yes, he's got 79 pace, which is decent for a rookie. His 84 focus is the only thing really pulling him along there. And focus is important, but it doesn't really give you everything. And partnered with Robert Schwartzman, who's only got 39 experience, like his teammate, and got racecraft of 2 more, an awareness of 2 more than his teammate, and a pace of 2 less than his teammate. That duo are probably really going to struggle this season. I think it could be a difficult one for Aston Martin with Matsushita and Schwartzman. Decent focuses, but we're seeing that across the field. Poor stats, of course. They're going to struggle. And then, of course, we have signed Charles Leclerc, which means Ferrari need a replacement, and they have gone and got George Russell. A very interesting driver lineup for them. Carlos Sainz remains at the team. No surprises there. We'll look at him first, of course. 92 rating, 93 racecraft, lovely 97 awareness, and 90 pace. Really consistent is Carlos, and with that 95 focus, really great pace and awareness, he should be able to get some very consistent but very strong results. And he's partnered with George Russell, and I am very excited to see what this duo can do. Russell, 88 rated, not there with the experience as you'd of course expect, being a younger driver, but 85 racecraft, 90 awareness and 90 pace, 91 focus. George, after he's settled into Ferrari, might not quite be on the pace of Carlos, but is really going to be able to get some decent points consistently in each race. I'm really looking forward to see what Ferrari can manage this season in their battle with McLaren and AlphaTauri. Then, of course, Mazepin and Schumacher. No surprises to see Schumacher still at the team, but Nikita Mazepin, not sure about that decision from Haas. 71 rated, 68 racecraft, 68 pace. Yes, he's got great awareness with 82, but really poor pace and racecraft. Same rating as Guan Yu Zhou, who's a rookie. Might have okay focus with 82 for Nikita, but the rest of those stats really are quite poor. Questionable to keep him, very questionable. I don't know why Haas have kept him. There's probably better F2 drivers. Mick Schumacher, though, really great decision to keep him. 83 rated. He's got 73 racecraft, a bit weak in that department, probably from the lack of racing at the back of the field, but 89 awareness and 88 pace should be able to get some consistent quality results and hopefully some decent race results. And then, of course, 86 focus. Another season at Haas, should be able to improve and then maybe get up to a higher team. But for Mazepin, he's pretty lucky still to be at the team. Then McLaren, I'm also very excited for this driver lineup, staying with Lando Norris and, of course, Daniel Ricciardo, as we nearly hop down to Mercedes. Ricciardo, 92 rated. Norris, 92 rated. Both of them have some fantastic racecraft, 96 for both of them. Ricciardo a bit weaker with the pace, only 89. Norris a bit higher on that one, but good awareness. He should be able to get some decent results. Might struggle a bit in pace compared to Norris and in quali, of course, due to that. Norris with 93, but I think it should be pretty interesting between those two. Of course, 90 focus for Norris, 93 for Ricciardo. Great to see those two hopefully battling each other, and Ferrari heading into the season. Then, Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas for Mercedes. This is also a very interesting driver lineup. Not interesting because of changes, but just a very solid one. Hamilton, 97 experience, 97 racecraft, 87 awareness, and 98 pace. And with 98 focus, if he can be consistent this season, he is going to be right up there fighting for some great results. Don't know whether Mercedes have got the car this season, but he's certainly going to get some good results. Bottas might struggle compared to him. Yes, he does have good focus, but a bit lower in the racecraft, awareness and pace departments. 89, 91 and 90 for those. But I still think Bottas will really get into the mix. He'll be there to pick up any mistakes from Hamilton. And then, of course, Red Bull, their rivals, remaining with Perez and Verstappen. Look at those stats for Verstappen. 94 rated. He's got 96 racecraft, 98 pace in there, awareness at 90. He should be really strong on the stats. A bit worried about the focus, maybe a bit low from a bit of disappointment from last season, potentially, with that disappointing P4, but he's looking strong. Perez a bit weaker in terms of stats, but incredible 97 focus. Only 91 racecraft and 90 pace, but we know he's consistent, and we know he's probably going to get some fantastic results once again. Should be a great battle between Mercedes and Red Bull heading into Season 3. Maybe Bottas versus Perez, and then a bit further up the field, Hamilton versus Verstappen. Giovinazzi and Latifi, though, for Williams. Interesting decision to bring Giovinazzi in. Of course, Ferrari have pretty much just gone, okay, we're having Russell. Williams don't really have much of a choice, but great to see Giovinazzi getting a seat from Alfa Romeo. Not quite as good as Russell, but still decent rating. He's got 85 racecraft, he's got 82 awareness, 83 pace, and the focus is okay. He could be pretty decent this season. Not quite going to get the results of Russell, but of course, alongside Latifi, who is a bit weaker, it should be a decent team. It should be a decent team for this season, and Antonio should be able to get some decent results. Just, I think Williams might be a little bit off the pace once again. We'll have to wait and see with that, though. But, of course, great to see him getting a seat. And with stats in the 80s, should be pretty strong. He's alongside Latifi, who has only got one stat in the 80. Good focus. He might struggle a bit this season, though. Now then, coming towards the end of the video, but we'll have a little look at the R&D graph. We have a massive lead in the R&D. Strongest car on the grid by quite a way. A long way back, Mercedes and Red Bull very, very close together. Red Bull slightly ahead. They're then followed by Ferrari and McLaren. Chunky gap back to Ferrari, then of course smaller gap back to McLaren, but Ferrari and McLaren expected to be battling. Then quite a way back to the rest of the midfield with Alpine and Aston Martin very close. AlphaTauri not making much progress there, pretty close to Alfa Romeo and Williams. Haas right at the back, but we have a massive lead heading into it. And of course, as you'd expect, Red Bull versus Mercedes, Ferrari versus McLaren, Alpine versus Aston Martin. I think AlphaTauri will probably be a bit in no man's land, and then potentially Alfa Romeo versus Williams, who of course have Antonio Giovinazzi from Alfa Romeo. That could be quite interesting, but I feel like the gaps from last season have increased quite a bit more heading into this one. In terms of the R&D, ourselves looking to get some more upgrades in for Imola. For Bahrain, though, we are looking very strong, not needing too many more upgrades. And, of course, that is going to be round number 1 of the season. So, do not forget, it is one video. It is quali and race in one, as we're just, I think, going to go across and do another personnel upgrade. Let's go, I think, for the fitness centre, 4 million in that one there. But it is going to be one video under 1 hour for quali and race. It's going to be absolutely fantastic to watch. If you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss the Bahrain GP weekend video in a little while. But thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you the next time on this channel when we head to round number 1 of My Team Career Mode Season 3.